Hello, all. Today we'll be doing a very important part of communication, that is non-verbal communication. As we all know, that in the communication process, along with the written and oral communication, the non-verbal aspect of communication also plays a very important role in the transfer of message from sender to receiver. Sometimes it happens that the perception of the sender is different and the way message is being received by the receiver is different. So in this way, the content of the message gets distorted. Many a times, what we want to say, when we say it orally, our body language does not support the same. It belies the actual meaning of the message that we want to send to the receiver. So, therefore, we have to make sure that all our non-verbal cues are in line with our written or verbal message. Only then the receiver will receive it in the correct format. There are like it is said also, like in interviews, when you will be appearing for interviews, the first 30 seconds, they are very important and they decide a lot about your rejection or selection for the particular job. The way you enter, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you greet everyone, the eye contact you make. So all these things, they play a very important role in they are a very important deciding factor for your interview thing. So this only we'll be discussing in today's session. The different non-verbal categories which we will be studying are kinesics, that is the study of body language. Body language means how you are having movement of your body, your head movement, your hand gesture, your way of standing, everything will come under kinesics. And whenever you are speaking in front of public, so the public is not only listening to what you're saying, but the public is also observing the kinesics and what the kinesics is communicating. If they are not in line, so the message is not taken with the required conviction. Oculics is the use of eyes. How actually we make use of the eye contact, and what does eye contact and what does no eye contact it signifies in particular conversation. Proxemics is the study of space. This also plays a very important part. How you make use of the space. Like in the modern day times, the organization, they have offices at the same level, they have cubicles, okay, and there is no rigid departmentalization of their working space. So what does it signify? It signifies that everyone is at the equal level and they all are sitting together. But they do have cubicles, means they surely are entitled for a personal space also. So the use of space also talks a lot about the kind of message we want to communicate. Haptics is the study of touch. How does the touch signifies and where will it come into play in organizational setting when we will greet anyone? Okay, so how we are greeting everyone, the handshake that we are doing, the pressure we are putting while doing handshake, the tilt we are using when we are doing handshake, all these things will speak a lot about the message that we want to communicate. Okay, then voculics is paralanguage, means okay, like I will be saying something, okay, I have some message to be communicated and I'll speak it up. Now my tone, my pitch, my modulation will also add to the content of the message, or if it is not proper, it will make it weaker. So Vocalics, para language is also very, very important. Like if we take a look at the old old lectures of a few very good orators, we will see the kind of modulation, voice modulation these people used to have. It actually used to mesmerize the audience, and they used to listen with full attention. But if we keep on speaking with the same pitch, at the same pitch, at the same speed, with no voice modulation, it becomes very monotonous, and at time the receiver will stop receiving your message. So this is also important. Then artifacts, the use of artifacts, they also speak a lot about the message you want to send. For example, if you go to any office, okay, and then you see very tidy place, okay, then light music is there, then proper water arrangement is there, beautiful paintings are being laid, the color combination is very soothing, they have beautiful curtains. So all these things, they are talking a lot about the philosophy on which the organization is working. The organization is more aesthetic in nature. The organization do care about its employees, because the organization wants that they should be in good working space, okay, and it is very organized, we can say, okay. So in this way, the artifacts that we are using, they will also speak a lot about. So we have to be very sure, very particular about the kind of infrastructure that we are having. It speaks a lot. Then chronemics. Chronemics is the use of time. The time also is very important, okay, and it speaks a lot. For example, in the recent interview only, I was studying the Amazon officials. They have said that you should not reply to any official mail after 5 o'clock. Okay, so what does it speak about? It speaks about the kind of concern the higher management has towards the employees. When we are asking anyone to work or take up call or reply to an email after the working hours, which means we are encroaching upon their private and personal time. So what does it suggest? Until unless it is very, very important, we should avoid doing it, because it shows that you do not care about their personal life. Okay, and nowadays employees and organizations, they have become very particular about it. Why? Because until unless the employee is happy and contented and very satisfied in his first personal life, he will not give more than his 100% in his professional life also, because then he will bring all his worries, his anxieties, his concerns to the office if they are not sorted at home. So therefore, use of time is also important. Okay, what message at what time should be flashed to what, in what group? It speaks a lot about the importance of the message. Okay, then olfactics, that is use of smell. This is also a non-verbal communication that actually speaks a lot about this. All these things you have to be very particular when you visit some in your day-to-day life also, and especially when you visit any delegation or you go for interview. So all these things will be important. And gastrotics, that is use of taste. So in a nutshell, we can say that apart from our other verbal and written communication, all these things are going to speak a lot. For example, if you go for any interview in an organization, the person sitting across the table, he's very good at talking and you were very impressed, and he spoke a lot about the promising future the company has and the promising growth the employee will have if he joins the organization. And if you take a look at the office and you are so depressed to see all broken chairs and the fan is not working and it is such a dingy, depressing place. So Do you think that you will believe what he is saying? No, because if he is saying the organization is going to grow and it has a bright future, but look at the present. The present actually belies the conviction that the official is having. So all these things, the point of stress is that all these things, they should be very much in line in order to make your message believable by the receiver. Okay, so all these things will be studying in our coming sessions. I hope you have understood and will continue in our next class. Thank you.